great afternoon, everyone. Happy and blessed Wednesday. Welcome. For those who are new here and don't know who I am, my name is Catherine Barnett, but I go by Cat Barnett, and this is the Cat Barnett Podcast, episode 89. Can't believe that um I'm almost close to 100 episodes in, y'all. And first and foremost, I want to break down also who I help. So I help women who struggle with confidence in their faith and fitness, develop strategies and systems that lead them to gain clarity, direction, and purpose so that they can be fulfilled as they walk in their calling faithfully. And one of my callings or purposes in life is to inspire, to encourage people, but specifically the youth. I believe God is calling me to be an example, a mentor, to lead and guide all people, but youth. Um, because I'm a coach. I coach seventh and eighth grade girls basketball at a middle school here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I also just mentor. I'm a coach for people who struggle, like I said, with their faith and also their fitness. Um, just going over a little bit of my background, reintroducing myself because I am learning that my podcast is growing. More people are seeing it. People I don't even know it, that I'm blessed that it's reaching. Praise God for all of that. It's all for His glory and His glory first and foremost. And so each and every episode is kind of based off of either what I'm going through, what I've overcome, or something I'm currently in the midst of. Quite frankly, I'm always clear cut with y'all, authentic, and just me. I always want to come to y'all genuinely, and I always say to you guys um, on one or most episodes that I am a firm believer, a Christian in Jesus Christ, in God, and I'm never going to push my faith on anyone, but I am unapologetically a believer in Jesus Christ. As you see, I have a cross above my door. I have crosses above almost every one of my doors. I kind of think that's a Catholic thing that I grew up with, but um it just stuck with me as an adult. So it's something that I carried over. And like I said, so kind of just reintroducing myself. Hello, everyone. So now getting into today's episode, I was inspired by today's episode really because of what I'm seeing going on in the world, what is happening, what I'm experiencing in my own life is that we are lacking kindness of treating each other with kindness, showing compassion and love to others. Whether it's our family, our friends, our neighbors, our community, we are just lacking so much of that. And it's very just disappointing and disheartening to see, quite frankly. Being real with y'all, seeing it in my own community here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, uh, and in my workplace and in my family, just everywhere. We are lacking that kindness, that love, that compassion for one another. And I'm praying that we um change ourselves because it has to start with ourselves first. We have to look ourselves in the mirror, get that accountability for ourselves first, so then we can project that outward to others. And that's what I'm working on currently. I'm working on showing compassion, grace, love, kindness to myself so that I can project that to others. And so that's why I feel like I was being called to have this episode today, which is quite frankly, why it's important to show and express kindness to others, and how we can do that. I'm really going to break down strategies and tips on how we can practice kindness, because you guys, as simple as it sounds, kindness is not easy. It's a skill that you have to build over time. It's not like anything, it doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have to work on it, because if you are a mean and rude person, it's going to be hard to express and show kindness for others. If you are a manipulative, direct, blunt, um, you know, rude person, it's going to be hard for you to practice kindness. So, um, like I said, everything on my podcast is not going to happen overnight. These are things that are hard to express. Yes, kill them with kindness. And that's easy said than done. Like, I love to say that saying, especially because I deal with a lot of customers in my line of work. I deal with talking to people, whether it's on the phone or face to face. Sometimes they're not always nice to me or treating me with kindness, but I'm in a role of leadership, so I have to be the bigger person and treat others with kindness. And quite frankly, being honest, that is hard to do at times, especially if I'm not feeling it myself. I'm human. I make mistakes every day. I sin every day. So sometimes I don't always want to treat people with kindness, but I am called to do that as a believer and as a Christian. So, um, welcome everyone. Yes, thank you for that, Moana. And that's we gonna jump right into it. That going off of that, let's get into today's episode. So, showing and expressing kindness is very crucial and important, in my opinion, because it boosts your mental and physical health. It strengthens social connections and triggers a contagious cycle of generosity. So, in all, it's going to rub off. If you are kind to others, even if negative Nancy is near you, she's gonna, or he is gonna pick up on that and get a little bit of that, or just gonna not want to be near you. So it rubs off on others, and it also reduces stress by lowering cortisol while releasing oxytocin and serotonin, that increases happiness and improves your immune function. So if you don't get anything else from this episode, by being kind to yourself and others is a positive. It do more of it. It start today. If you don't pick up on nothing else, start being kind to others today, because I'm sorry, but if you do not see what's going on in the world, whether you don't even got to be watching the news nowadays to know that we are so broken and divided, and we live in a fallen world, that it is just crazy that if you don't pick a side, if you don't stand for something, you just gonna fall for anything and just gonna go with whatever the trends. You're just gonna fall it and just go through the motions. You're gonna be a robot if you don't start figuring out what's going on in the world, what AI is doing, how AI is growing, whether you look at it as a positive or negative, whether or not it's here and it ain't going away. And then what also the world, the government, or whatever is trying to do, they're trying to distract us and divide us. And, you know, whether you agree with me or not, that's all. That's not what I'm getting at. It's more of for you to wake up, for you to see what's going on. So, key reasons to express kindness. There's several reasons, but I'm just gonna touch on a few for the sake of time. So number one, like I kind of went over, but I'll dive deeper into it, boosts your physical and your mental health. So acts of kindness reduce stress, anxiety, and blood pressure while increasing feelings of happiness, confidence, and optimism. So let's pause right there. So, three things that I named that it reduces are so much of what we have in the world that as a whole, the well-being we're struggling with. We have so much stress, higher more than ever. We have so much anxiety. Even right now, it's like my heart is going like boo 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 because I have so much passion about this episode because I see we're lacking so much kindness that it's gonna destroy us if we don't figure it out quickly. And it can help reduce your blood pressure. So much of us have high blood pressure because we trying to take on the weight of things that are out of our control or just trying to control everything, be a manipulative person or just a control freak when it's like ease up, calm down, like chill out, really. So, we're hurting our own selves. So we got to really look at ourselves in the mirror and practice these things I'm talking about. Number two is by practicing acts of kindness, it's going to help create that physis physi I struggle saying this word, so bear with me. This physiological physiological benefits. There we go. Kindness is going to help increase the production of serotonin that I mentioned before and dopamine, which is going to help improve your mood and help create what I like to call a helper's high, right? So it, you're going to be up there, right? You won't even need to get high or be on no drugs. I'll tell you, if you practice kindness, it's a natural high, y'all. You won't need no drugs. Practice it, and I guarantee you, I DM me or email me if it doesn't change me. If you don't practice this and you're not getting these things that I'm saying, personally write me and I'll send you a free gift on me. The biggest thing, number three, is the biggest one that I love because I'm a networker at heart and just love people, even though I'm an outgoing introvert. It helps strengthen relationships. So by expressing care, empathy, and consideration, it's going to help build trust and foster stronger, more meaningful connections with others. Because right now, trust is hard to come by. It's so hard to gain and easy to lose right now. And I'm speaking from experience, y'all. It is very hard. So, by practicing kindness, it's gonna allow people to be like, wow, that person is kind. Even if they're probably going through their own struggles, they're still kind in a broken world. They're still kind to others, even though they got their own struggles and they're getting beat up on every day, but they're still kind to others. People are gonna pick up on that. Number four, like I said before, y'all, kindness is contagious. So when people witness or experiencing you being kind or you're just having that kindness, they are more motivated to repeat those good deeds. It's like a domino effect that's going to create a positive community impact. To me, the older I get, and not having kids of my personal own, but like I sponsor kids, I mentor kids. So for me, it's all about leaving a legacy in this world, giving back and building for something that's gonna take off after you're gone. So yeah, for me, community is everything. So it's contagious. It's gonna rub off on your community if they see you being kind, you know, because I just am who I am. I was nominated. I didn't win, but I still got an award through my job at my sports complex. I was nominated with another manager, operation manager, at my job. We were nominated for a Service of Excellence award, just by being ourselves and doing our job, having practicing kindness, being kind to people, doing my job, helping, serving where needed. I was nominated for an award that I'm very grateful. But that's not why I do it. I do it because I want to be more like Jesus, and that's the right thing to do. Um, and that ties into the last one I go over before we go over how to practice. Before I give you strategic and tips on how to practice kindness, number 5 is, by being kind, it's going to boost your own self-esteem. So it's good for even you. So anybody watching this, if you are not a kind person, being kind is going to be good for your mental health and your well-being. So engaging in regular acts of kindness can improve your own sense of self-worth and satisfaction. Anything that is good for my own personal self-development, sign me up. I'm doing it. So that's just where I am in life. And I hope and pray that anybody watching this, you get there, because it's such a freeing feeling, and you get more blessings when you are kind and generous to others. I'm telling you, it's a fact. It's a fact. I'm a testimony of it. And before I wrap up this episode, and I hope you're getting value from this. If you're watching live, put V or put value. If you watch the replay, let me know that you watched the replay and put an R, because your girl is spitting fire right now. Like, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I mean, unplug your ears and clean them, because this is just free stuff, free game. That I can't believe that I just didn't incorporate it in my life sooner, and I'm glad that now I am, that I have gratitude and kindness in my life. So and I just want to share it. So I want to go over those 3 quick, before I bring this episode in for a landing, 3 quick tips on how you can practice kindness today, or just incorporate it in your everyday life and spread it to others. So number 1, simple gestures. And mind you, all of these are free that I'm going to tell you. Number 1, simple gestures like holding the door open for someone, or giving compliments to someone, or your spouse, or leaving a positive comment or on social media, or a positive review on your favorite restaurant to help boost their clientele and their business. Um, all that are just simple gestures of kindness that won't cost you anything but just a little bit of your time. That's it. Number 2, thoughtful acts. And I just love this. Because I think my love language are just quality time and acts of service. Really, those are my 2 love languages. So sending a letter to someone, or a text a message to someone, checking in on a friend or a neighbor, just to check on their well-being, making sure they're good, volunteering for, in your community, or for a nonprofit organization. Those are thoughtful acts that, like I said, are free. And the last one is going to be for you guys, that I'll leave you guys with, is self-kindness. Showing compassion toward yourself reduces anxiety and fosters a better, more resilient mindset. So, like I stated in an episode before, so many people, including myself, say that they have anxiety every day, or they're stressed out about something, because they just don't take a time to breathe and just pray and thank God and be grateful, or practice kindness. so many of our stress and well-being can be improved and reduced if we take the time to be grateful and practice acts of kindness. So if you don't do anything else today, be kind to somebody, because right now we need it more than ever in our world. And that's what Jesus taught us to be and do. Be more like him, to be kind to others, even when they probably don't deserve it or aren't being kind to us. We are called to be kind and to love others. So with that being said, God bless you all. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. And I will see you all back here next Wednesday at 3 p.m. We gonna roll with this time for now, until it changes. So yeah, God bless y'all and peace.